Hello everyone out there in Rumble, X, and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego, and today we're going to talk some more about In the Company of Men. That's right, in the company of men. Real men. Unfortunately, yes, these are real men. They don't act so well. They really are not well behaved. They have very low morality. They're very narcissistic. These guys in this movie are pretty bad. They're about the worst that you can get, really. Okay, as far as social relationships go, these are the worst of the worst, bottom of the barrel. Absolutely. And unfortunately, I would like to say that most men are not like this, okay? And that is true. Most men are not like this, okay? But unfortunately, there's still way too fucking many that are, okay? Way too fucking many that are, okay? Now, if you watch my channel, you know damn well that I review chick flicks here, okay? Mostly romantic bullshit, okay? I reviewed all the Sex and the City episodes, a lot of your rom-coms, your hardcore romance movies, which are mostly full of shit. Sorry to say that, but they are, okay? And I criticize them, okay? I criticize them for this bullshit narrative that women have been getting fed about what men are like, especially when it comes to men. Okay, now I understand your fucking fried green tomatoes and shit, and and all that fucking nonsense. All right, as far as like the things that girls want to talk about. Okay, I fucking get it, but once you start adding men into the mix there, it would help if we were depicted realistically. It would help if they would show men acting like real men. Okay, instead we get this fucking bullshit cartoon cutout of what a guy is, and you just go with that. Now I understand under characterization, okay, but no characterization, that's a big difference, okay? Especially with Sex and the City and stuff. There are no fucking men on that show, okay? That show was for fucking middle-aged women and fucking gay guys. That's all it was, and I'm sorry, but Sex and the City is about heterosexual relationships, right? You would think they would have like a heterosexual man somewhere on this fucking show, at least as a consultant or something, but there wasn't any. And that's the kind of bullshit I'm talking about. And when we watch these fucking rom-coms, they're so fucking easy to pick apart because they just don't fucking make any sense, okay? Now some of you out there are going to criticize, oh yeah, what about the guy movie? You think Avengers makes sense, huh? You think The Incredible Hulk makes sense? You think Star Wars makes sense? Well, of course it fucking doesn't, okay? But we already know that going in. It's not meant to take place in the real world. It takes place in the fantastical world, okay? We don't live in a world that has fucking, guys that can turn to big green superpowered monsters. There's no fucking Iron Man in this world. There's no fucking Captain America. There's no Spider-Man, okay? There's no one with superhuman powers in our world, okay? But we go in there knowing that we're going to get a fantastical version of this world. You see what I mean? An imaginary version of this world. We're going to go into a world that looks like ours, but is populated with these fantastical aliens and superpowers and shit explosions, okay? So we know that going in. We know it's bullshit going in. Same thing with Star Wars. There's a reason it takes place, a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Okay, it's because it's not supposed to be the real world. Okay, we know that going in. There's going to be aliens that speak English. There's going to be fucking, people are going to fly from fucking, galaxy to galaxy, like in a couple of hours, okay, which in our world is impossible, okay? Asteroid fields are going to be like, a few feet apart from each other, when in real life, they're like thousands of miles apart from each other, but, you just got to go with it, okay? But we understand that. That's not why we watch Star Wars. We watch Star Wars for how the characters relate to each other, okay? If they don't relate to each other in a beautiful way, okay, or in a good way, a way that we can understand, then we're going to lose it. Like Princess Leia falling in love with Han Solo. We understand that, okay? Most women know what it's like to fall in love with a guy, all right? So when they see a character that they already like a lot, that they empathize with, despite the fact that there's fucking aliens and galactic star cruisers and fucking laser swords flying around the place, despite all that, okay, if a girl can connect with Princess Leia falling in love with a guy, a bad boy no less, a lot of women can relate to that. Okay, so they can buy into the story, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, despite the fact, it doesn't have to be in a galaxy far, far away. It can be fucking next door. It can be at your job. It can be at your home. It can be whatever. You see what I mean? That's the thing here. That's the plausibility here. Okay, but like a rom-com or a chick flick, what they'll try to do is they'll try to take that same emotion. Okay, they'll try to present it to you in the real world so that like the woman watching the movie thinks it could actually happen to them. You see what I mean? No, you just got to go to the right diner, and that guy will just show up. you know, or maybe you just got to make that right phone call and the guy will just show up and he'll be just like this. You know, you watch a fucking chick flick movie where some fucking multi-billionaire is falling in love with a goddamn street hooker, and you're like, oh my God, if a street hooker can get a guy like that, then me, I can get a guy like that too, and I'm not a hooker. Eh. You see what I mean? What the fuck you think's going on here? You believe this fucking bullshit. Get the fuck out of here with that noise. Okay, I'm gonna point that shit out. Get the fuck out of here. Now, there's a few movies that I've reviewed that are actually pretty good. I gotta admit, they're pretty fucking good. All right, but most of them are dog shit. All right, and I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Okay, and so I review a lot of that stuff, you know, and I talk about the bullshit hypocrisies, you know, about all these fucking rom-coms, these fucking chick flicks, and how fucking stupid they are, how they don't make any fucking sense. There's a reason guys don't watch them, because they know bullshit when they fucking see it. Okay, we watch entertaining bullshit. We don't watch fucking bullshit that's just bullshit. All right, and that's the fucking difference. Okay, so that's why you can't really get guys to watch these fucking rom-coms, but I'm watching them. And I decided I'd take a break from that. I decided that, okay, it's because, you know, so many movies get the asshole wrong. Okay, like you've got that guy that's just the irredeemable piece of shit, like Bradley Cooper's character in The Wedding Crashers, like fucking, like the character Glenn from fucking, The Wedding Singer. Okay, like, you know, like fucking Billy Zane's character from fucking Titanic. Okay, these guys are just irredeemable pieces of shit. Almost every rom-com has it. The asshole boyfriend that the nice girl's in love with, and all of a sudden here comes the nice guy who has to win her over, just fucking throw her in, just reel her back in, you know, win her over. And by the end, someone's chasing somebody. She realizes that he really is the love of her life, you know, and then they fucking get back together on a fucking bridge or at the fucking airport or some shit like that. And get the fuck out of here with that fucking noise. Ripley don't fucking believe that shit, but you women do. You women believe that fucking shit. You think if you run down a fucking hallway, the person's gonna fucking fall in love with you? Get the fuck out of here. What's gonna happen is you'll get together, you'll kiss each other, and then you're gonna fuck the other guy behind his back. That's what's gonna happen for real, okay? And you're not gonna see a rom-com like that because, you know, that makes the guy the victim, and we can't have that in a fucking rom-com, you know? You got goddamn fucking Bridget Jones' fucking nasty-ass fucking diary where she's fucking two guys at the same time, and she don't know which one's the dad. And that's like the plot of the fucking... No, I didn't fucking watch that movie. I just know what the plot is, okay? I'll review it if you want me to. I saw the first one, and that's bad enough, okay? And no one gives a shit about that fat-ass hoe, okay? With all the fucking cellulite. It was which one of these two fucking studs and prick... Get the fuck out of here with that noise. Come on, I'd rather watch fucking Star Wars. That's more fucking believable. Anyway, so I decided I'd take a break from all that and actually point out the shit that men do. And that's where we come to this movie, okay? You're not going to see a movie like this. I guarantee you. No one's going to make a movie like this. Not in present-day Hollywood. I'm surprised it even got made in the late 90s, to be honest with you. I really am. Okay? When you consider that liberals have been in charge of Hollywood since the very beginning, pretty much, at least since like the 1960s, okay, that they would ever allow a movie like this to get made, especially in the age of feminism and shit. Oh my God, man. Third wave feminism, second wave feminism. You know, and this movie still got made. Now, it wasn't made for a lot of money. The director himself, he had to finance it himself. He was also the writer. Okay, I'm sure the actors in this movie did not get paid very much. Okay, but they didn't have to. There's no elaborate settings here. There's no big sound stages. Nothing like that. These movies take place in hotel rooms, in shitty restaurants, in offices that are half built, not even completed offices. That the whole movie takes place in places like that, okay? Parking lots and shit like that. You know, very cheap places inside of a car. Cheap places like that to film, okay? An airport lobby. You know, that's what this whole movie takes place, okay? The guys never change their clothes. They're always wearing the same fucking clothes. A white Oxford shirt with a fucking 90s tie, black pants. You know, and the shirts don't even fit right. They're very baggy and shit and bungled up around the waist. You know, it's just like, you know, they look like shit, all right? But they look like guys that, you know, just graduated college, you know, 5-10 years ago, you know, and they're trying to work their way up, okay, in the whatever fucking corporation they work for, right? We got our two main characters, Howard, who's a beta male, but he's the supervisor of a project that they're working on, okay, in Jerkwater somewhere, okay, and then you've got Chad, who is literally the alpha Chad. He's the Giga Chad. He's the guy that with the supreme self-confidence, but he's a fucking asshole. He's a manipulator. He's a lying sack of shit, okay? He's everything. He makes fun of fucking handicapped people, okay? He lies to other guys, not just women, okay? He manipulates. He uses people. He talks shit about everybody. You know, he gets people transferred from their job. You know, he cock blocks people from making connections with women. I mean, he does everything. All right, he's just the ultimate piece of fucking shit, and he does it all with a smile on his face, and while he's pretending to be your friend. Okay, he's that fucking evil fucking bitch from every fucking soap opera. Okay, and even an evening soap opera you've ever watched. Okay, he is that fucking guy. Okay, and unfortunately, he's also in real life. Even he's the guy that gets the girl. Okay, girls don't want the nice guy. They want the fucking dangerous guy because they can't control him. They don't know what he's going to do. He's unpredictable. The nice guy, you know what he's going to do. You know how he's going to fuck. You know what time he's going to get home. You know how he's going to dress. You know what his favorite movie is. You know what he likes to eat. You know everything about him, okay? But the dangerous guy, you don't fucking know. He changes it up. One day he's this, the next day he's that. You know, one day he tells you something, all of a sudden he's not there, and you don't know why. What the fuck? How you not like him? Why would he do that? You know, the point is that guys like Chad get women emotionally interested in him, which means they get emotionally invested in him. Because women like the roller coaster. They do. You know, they like the emotional roller coaster. They like guys that know how to push buttons that can get a reaction out of them. Because guys that can get a reaction out of them, whether you hate them or whether you love them, at least those guys are not fucking boring. They're not boring, and that is the fucking killer of any fucking relationship, especially if it's a sexual relationship. Is boredom. Okay, is it always going to be the same way? You're always going to do the same fucking thing. I know there's a lot of women that want that, especially on the surface. They want a man who's dependable, who's always on time, who's never fucking late, you know, who's responsible, who gets the bills paid, so you never have to worry about that. You know, he remembers to change the oil in the car. You know, he remembers to fucking pay the property taxes. Women like that. But at the same time, they want unpredictability because that's the X factor. That's the I'm not really sure about, and that creates interest. Okay, and you can turn interest into arousal. Okay, but unfortunately, the safe guy, the good guy, is not any of those things. Okay, despite your single mom raising you and tell you that's what a woman wants. So fuck that. A woman expects that, but that's not what they want. You see what I mean? That's the difference. Okay, Chad unfortunately represents what women want, the unpredictability. Okay, because Chad is so charming, because he knows how to lie and manipulate, he has a higher social status. People want to be around him because of his self-confidence. Okay, good or bad, at least this guy fucking knows what he wants. He's not afraid to tell people what he wants. Okay, he's not afraid to fucking take chances. Okay, he doesn't show fear very much. Okay, he shows a lot of drivenness. You know, like he fucking you know, like he's on an adventure, okay, and he feels confident about it. And whenever you're around a guy who feels confident about it, you kind of want to attach yourself to him, okay? Maybe some of that will rub off on you. So he naturally becomes the leader not because he's the smartest one or the strongest one, okay, but he's got the strongest personality, and that's enough, okay? That attracts men to follow him. That attracts women to want to be with him. And a guy with a high social status is going to have options. He's going to fuck more than one girl, especially at the same time, okay? So the women that are around him, okay, they know that if they want to hold on to this guy, if they don't want him to fucking leave her for another girl, then they're gonna have to go out of their way to keep him. Okay, which means it's a competition now. Okay? And obviously because he's the Giga Chad, he's got his pick. He's got options, okay? Most guys don't have options, unfortunately. Most guys are average, but women don't typically want it. Even average women don't want average guys. They want Giga Chads like him. Okay? So it's like, so you got basically like 10% of all the men that are fucking 80% of all the women, okay? Even thanks to feminism, you've got average to below average looking woman. They feel that they're entitled to a guy like that, you know? Like, no, you're not. The fuck? Even me. If I wanted to date a fucking supermodel girl, you know, or maybe like an Instagram chick or something, you know, who's got like, you know, 500,000 followers or some shit. If I wanted to date a girl like that, I would have to fucking provide her with something she ain't already getting from the other guys that she's fucking, okay? What do I got that they don't have? Okay, can I fly her to Dubai? Okay, can I do that? No, I fucking can't, all right? So what the fuck would she want to be with me? See what I mean? I know that, so you know what? I just fucking erase her. Okay, fucking, she's not an option for me. That's it. Problem solved. Okay, I'm not gonna compete with all the fucking billionaires and millionaires and shit and Saudi sheiks and stuff that want her. I'm not gonna compete with them. I can't compete with them. So fuck it. Okay, eventually she's gonna fucking hit the wall too, you know, and then she's gonna fucking begging a guy like me on fucking on fucking Bumble or some shit to go out with her, okay, and take care of her fucking 4 kids and shit, you know? Oh, fuck you. No, I wanted you when you were hot, not now. It's true, but but I'm sorry, but it's the truth, okay? I wish there was a better way to explain that to you. or a better way to sugarcoat that, but there's not. There's not, okay? So luckily, I mean, it sucks when you're a young man, because when you're a young man, the young women don't really want you. They want a guy who's got class, who's got, a sophistication, okay, who's got charm, okay, who has resources, who can do things, okay? They don't want some guy that's fucking working his way through college with no fucking money. They want a guy who's already established. He's already got his own business. He's already got fucking his own house. He's already fucking driving a goddamn Audi or a Land Rover. They want that guy. Yeah, he's older, but that means he's fucked a lot of women, so he knows what to do. You see? Unlike the fucking 22-year-old guy who's only had sex 4 or 5 times in his life. The woman wants to be with a guy who's fucked like 200 women because he knows how to fucking make her come. You see what I mean? That's the fucking difference. And he can fucking take her on a fucking plane ride to fucking Vegas or some shit while he's doing it. You see what I mean? That's the fucking difference. Okay? Men, we get more attractive as we get older, unfortunately. Okay, and I'm not talking about looks. I'm talking about what we bring to the table is more the older we get. What women bring to the table is less the older they get. Okay, I know you don't want to fucking hear that, but it's fucking true. Okay, so guys, quit complaining about fucking women, all right? In the end, we're the winners here. Okay, I know you don't want to believe that, because when you're young, you feel like you're the losers. You're the losers in this dating pool. The women want other guys. They want the guys with the ripped abs, okay, 6'4", the fucking 10-inch cock, okay? The guy that all the girls want, right? They don't want you. But later on in life, they will want you, and then it's your turn to reject them. Okay, well, fuck them first, and then you can reject them. Oh my God, the secrets that I tell. Okay, anyway, yeah, but we are talking about this movie, aren't we? Okay, In the Company of Men. All right, so I just gave you a crash course on how to be a real guy. But these guys, unfortunately, are pieces of shit, all right? And they're going to get exposed, okay? What I'm going to talk about today is a very important scene in the fucking movie, okay? Now, where we left off last time, now, first of all, obviously, I'm going to give it to you straight, okay? I don't bullshit here. I got nothing to gain by lying to you, okay? So if you're easily offended, okay, get the fuck out right now. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. Okay, what we need in this world is, I'm trying to bring men and women together. I'm trying to get you to understand the way men think, so that you'll know why they do what they do. Okay, you see what I'm talking about? That's what I'm trying to do here, all right? Now, where we left off last time, we had that whole scene where he was basically, where one of the employees, an intern, was basically sexually harassed by Chad. Okay, no, it wasn't in a gay, well, yeah, it kind of was in a gay way, but I don't think Chad is gay. Okay, I think the reason Chad made this intern drop his pants in front of him and show him his balls and his dick was to exercise his power that he had over this guy. Okay, it's not enough for a man to know that he can get a lot of women. That's not enough for him, for a guy like this. Okay, he has to know that all the men are going to bow down to him too. Okay, because it's the men that make the alpha guy a stud, basically. Okay. Because women look towards men, okay, to be the leaders, the providers, the protectors, okay? And if all the men around are looking up to one guy, then that's the guy the women want. Okay, that's the alpha guy. Okay, and that's what Chad is. At least he makes himself off that way. He's actually a pathetic piece of shit. But I'll get into him in another video once we get to that part as to why he is the way he is. Today we're going to talk about Howard, okay? But Chad wants power over them, okay? And he's exercising his power. He's exercising the fact that he's reveling in the fact that people are looking up to him. And he's abusing that privilege. He's doing it by projecting. He's telling the intern that you're privileged. You're too privileged to be working here. You want a job like mine? You want an office like mine? Even though it's not his office, it's Howard's office. He's just using it, Then you better have a hairy pair of fucking brass fucking nuts, okay? With so much fucking venom and knows how to fucking use it and is willing to use it. He talks to him that way. I want to see your fucking balls right now, all the way down. You got a pair of clankers here. I just got asked who I'm going to nominate for the management intern program training. So basically, honeypotting him here. So the guy's like scared to death. Like he doesn't want to lose his job. Pulls down his fucking pants, That's the kind of person that Chad, he didn't have to do that. He wanted to humiliate this guy. He wanted, because that's what guys that are in power, that's what they do. That's how they maintain power. It's an example. It's an example to the other men. Don't fuck with me. I'm the big dog here. Do not fuck with me. And it's an example to women. Hey, I don't give a shit what husband or boyfriend you have. Okay, that fucker's going to bow before me. And I'm going to fucking take you. Okay? That's what he's trying to do here. Okay? It's a primal instinct. It's the leader of the pack. Okay, that's basically what he's trying to do. He's trying to fucking set up dominance. Okay, that's why he's doing that. Okay, because he gets off on that, not just with women, but with men too. Okay, just in a different way. He wanted to humiliate this guy, so he could demonstrate to everybody, I'm the one in fucking charge here. I'm the fucking big cock in this fucking building, and don't you fucking forget it. It's basically what he's trying to do here. Okay. And that's why he did it. So now we're going to move on, okay? Now, Chad was manipulated. Well, I think he kind of saw it coming, though, okay, by Howard. Now, Howard is Chad's supervisor. Howard was supposed to fly back on the 4th of July weekend to present some reports to the corporate office, to the higher-ups, okay? But he decided he's not going to go. He came up with a bullshit excuse that he's too busy. And so he basically told Chad to do it for him. I need you to go to the HQ, and I think it's in LA, to go back, to fly back there, do the presentation, then come back on Monday. Okay, and I think the reason he did that was because he wanted that weekend for some alone time with Christine, because both Chad and Christine are dating her. Both Chad and Howard are dating Christine. Now, we already know that Christine is in love with Chad. Okay, she does not know what a piece of shit he is because he's a liar. He puts on this fucking facade of being this nice guy who's truly and passionately in love with her. When he's not, he just makes fun of her behind her back that she's deaf and she talks like a fucking dolphin, that kind of thing. All right. But Howard's also in on it. Okay. They made a deal. They're going to try to seduce the most pathetic woman they can find. Of course, it was Chad's idea. Howard went along with it because he wants Chad's approval. Okay. But he's actually fallen in love with Christine. Okay. He's learning sign language so he can talk to her. He's doing all these things, okay, for her, despite the fact that he knows that Chad is winning this contest, that she's falling for Chad. He even caught her in a lie. She said she couldn't see him for lunch, so he went to go get a to-go order. When he went to go pick it up, he saw her there with Chad, okay, at the restaurant. So he's like, so now he realized that she's been lying to him, okay, and that hurts his feelings. So he thinking, well, maybe if I get fucking Chad out of the way for the weekend, I can seduce her properly. I can show her what a nice guy I am, and then she'll fall in love with me. He does not know that Chad already fucked her, okay, and then she'll fall in love with me, and he even gets her like a ring. He gets this, I guess his ex-girlfriend's ring, got it repaired, okay, and he wants to give that to her, okay. So he made this big deal about it. We saw it earlier in the movie how he was making plans to go to this fucking beautiful fucking restaurant over by the lake, very romantic place, and he wanted to take her there. Okay, he made the reservations and all that stuff. So now they're on the date. Okay, they're having lunch by the lake, and then after they're done with their lunch, they're gonna go for a walk or a boat ride or some shit like that. That's the plan. So they're sitting there at the restaurant. He's on a date with Christine. Howard tells her that he likes her a lot. Okay, so he's already started. Okay, he realizes that when Chad comes back, she's probably going to go to him. So this is his one opportunity to win her over. Unfortunately, Howard does not know how to seduce a woman. He's very uncomfortable with women. Okay, he's probably had sex maybe 2 or 3 times in his life, even though he's in his 30s. Okay, he's very insecure, has very low self-esteem, and he projects that in the way he walks. Okay, his body language. All right, he's a very skinny guy with glasses. He's short. He's got a high voice, high-pitched voice. He just projects insecurity. Okay, he's the kind of guy that's just asking to get bullied. I know no one's asking to get bullied. Okay, but I grew up in school, okay, in junior high school and shit. You know, I'll tell you, if you project weakness, okay, the alpha chads, okay, the bullies are gonna fucking pick on you because they know that you can't do shit about it. That's exactly the kind of person that Howard is. All right, so he tells her that he likes her a lot, okay, and she's trying to explain to him like that, hey, I'm in love with another guy now. I can't really see you anymore. You know, I like these dates, you know, but you know, it's not right for me to take advantage of you by going on dates with you when I know nothing's going to happen between you and me because I'm already in love with someone else. That kind of thing. She's trying to explain that to him, but he's cutting her off. He's not letting her talk. That's just another example of his fucking selfishness and his need, his desperate need to be in control of this relationship, all right? Because he knows he doesn't have control. He's trying to establish it right away. He should have established that a long time ago, but he didn't because he doesn't know how, okay? So, but Chad knows how, okay? So Howard tells her he likes her a lot and he doesn't want to lose her. He actually said, I don't want to lose you. Because, you know, they're only on this project for 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, they got to go back, okay? They got to go back to fucking their corporate office, okay? And this is the 5th week, okay? So the time's running out, all right? He tells you, I don't want to lose you, you know? He's like, and he won't let her talk. He's like, you know, I'm willing, you know, you're so important to me, and I tell you, I am willing to transfer over here just to be with you. Now, he's saying this to a girl that he's never even fucking kissed, much less had sex with. Okay, she's been nice to him, she's been polite to him, okay, but he's strictly in the friend zone. It's so fucking obvious to everyone but him. He's been bragging to other people, okay, in the office that he's dating her, but he's not really dating her, okay? There's no sexual chemistry here. There's nothing going on, All right, he just wants there to be, so he's kind of like he's trying to make up the story in his mind. He's making up the story that he's telling other people because he is a bullshitter. He lied earlier about going to college on a baseball scholarship. This fucker guy has never played sports in his fucking life. All right, but he injured his shoulder. Get the fuck out of here, okay? So he's trying to impress her. He's trying to explain to her, rationalize with her mind why he's a better option than Chad. Okay, he knows about Chad, but she doesn't know that he knows about Chad. All right. Okay, so he's like, I just need you. I learned that for you. Like he learned that in sign language, you know. And she tells him, you know, with her, you know, I mean, she's crippled. I mean, she's handicapped. Sorry, not crippled. Okay, she doesn't, you know, she's deaf. She doesn't, you know, her voice sounds kind of funny because she is deaf. So she tries to explain to him that she's sad, and then she tells him, listen, I'm in love with somebody else. You know, and she's trying to be real nice about it. She doesn't realize that both these men are using her. She says, I'm in love with somebody else. I'm in love with your friend Chad, the one that you saw us together at that restaurant the other day. You know, well, he's the man I'm in love with. Okay, and she says that it was wrong that she should have told him that she was seeing Chad. Okay, and that it was wrong for her to come on this date with him. Okay, it was wrong for me to come here with you. You know, because I'm in love with another man. I'm in love with Chad. You know, and now of course, because Howard's so desperate to get her love and affection, he's like, you know, he's like that. He just clenches up, okay? Obviously, his feelings are hurt, and I'm pretty sure it's not the first time a woman has fucked him over, and it won't be the last, I'm sure. But, you know, yeah, call it like I see it, all right? He does not handle rejection very well. And ladies, for the most part, if you want to know why guys aren't fucking approaching you, okay, it's not necessarily because you're unattractive or nothing like that. It's because a lot of guys just don't want to be rejected. Sorry, you don't want to be rejected. Guys don't want to be rejected, okay? That era where, you know, you need to man up and just be a fucking man, okay? You know, where fathers taught their sons to be that way, to fucking just get out there and go get her, okay? Okay, don't let fucking anything stand in your way. Okay, you know, if she rejects you, you find another girl. If she rejects you, you keep going until you find a girl that likes you. And if you like her back, then you do something with that. You know, that's how it used to be, okay? Dads used to train or teach their sons how to do this, okay? There's none of that shit anymore, okay? It's because it's fucking no-fault divorce in the fucking 60s and 70s. You know, guys are being raised by fucking their mom's boyfriends. If they're even being raised by that guy at all. They're not being raised by their biological fathers. Their biological fathers are either pieces of shit or the mom is fucking keeping him away from his kids. Okay, so who the fuck do they have for role models? They got nobody. They got no fucking role models. You can't just turn on the fucking, you can't just go to the movies right now and watch a movie where there's like a guy acting like a guy who's being tough and in charge and is in a leadership position. No, it's all fucking boss bitches cutting off every fucking dick that they come across. What do you think that's going to tell a boy as far as being a confident man? Nothing. It's going to tell him that women are in charge, just like your single mom, just like the girl in this movie. Okay, and you need to bow down to them. Why the fuck is a boy supposed to learn to be a man if he has to bow down to a fucking woman? You see what I mean? He can't fucking get any respect that way. So what's he gonna do? It's better just to fucking play video games and watch fucking porn. What the fuck do you expect? You know, so don't fucking complain to me about fucking why there's no fucking men around anymore hitting on women. Okay? All that shit got thrown out with me too. Everyone's a fucking sexual harassment guy now. If you look at a girl too long, that's considered sexual assault. What the fuck? That's why. That's why it's all fucking dating apps now, you know? One and done. Fucking just knock it out. You get laid, get her the fuck out of your room. All right, anyway, moving right along. So on this date here, okay, he gets really upset with her and he tells her, but we've been dating. We've been going out. We planned this date here in the lake. You know? And she's like, I'm in love with Chad, your friend. It's a surprise for me too. You know, he likes you a lot. He does. And I'm sorry I hurt you. He's like, oh, Chad, huh? Okay, so you're sorry. She's like, I shouldn't have dated both of you. When you don't date for a while, you wonder if you're attractive or interesting to men anymore. I let things get out of hand. Because like, I had no idea the two of you were friends who went to school together. It was fate. I didn't want to hurt anybody. And I'm so sorry. But you were a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with you. Really, I did. Now, Howard's like, he's just, well, all right then. I guess I'll just pay the bill and we'll go. You know, and he just fucking gets up and leaves, right? And you can look on her face, she's guilty, okay? Well, then all that's about to change. Now there's a car ride now, okay? And obviously they're driving back to whatever city they're fucking working in, all right? And he decides to pull the car over, okay? Underneath an overpass so that he can give her a piece. So now we're going to see what Howard's really like. Yes, he's a beta male, he's insecure, okay? But he feels, he doesn't feel guilty. He feels like it's been a wrong, like this is wrong. Like he should not have been rejected. This is bullshit. He should not have been rejected. Okay? He feels entitled. Okay? He's just as bad as Chad. He's just weaker than Chad. That's all. But he feels that it's not fair for him to get rejected by this girl because she doesn't count. You see what I mean? He feels that way. Okay? That's how low he thinks highly of her, but he also thinks lowly of her. Yes, I worship you because you're so fucking damaged that you'd be lucky to get a guy like me. I know I'm a piece of shit. I know women don't like me. I know I'm unattractive. Okay, but at least I'm not fucking handicapped. You are, okay? You cannot get better than me. So instead of telling me how you're in love with Chad, you should be fucking kissing my toes right now in gratitude for me picking you. That's basically how he sees this, all right? I told you. I hate both these guys, all right? But I'm trying to get you to understand what they're thinking here, what their thought process is here, okay? He feels that even though he knows he's unattractive to most women, this woman, because she's handicapped, doesn't even count. She's not even she doesn't even qualify to be most women, okay? She's someone who would be lucky to be with him, okay? Now his fucking misogyny is going to come out, all right? So he pulls the car over to talk to her, okay? He's pissed off, obviously. He's like, we did know about you, Christine. We knew the whole time. You went out with me, but you fucked him. Oh, don't deny it. I know you did. It's obvious. And I'm sitting here like some asshole who actually cares about you. And you're in love with Chad? Are you so desperate you can't see a yard in front of you? Yeah. And she's just like, where did this come from? Like, where did he go from fucking being a nice guy to being fucking so emotionally hurt to being a fucking jack-off, you know? Well, yeah, this is who he is too, you know? This is the real Howard coming out, all right? This is all his resentment for all the years of being overlooked by women, okay? Especially beautiful women. You know, he's not like he's no one's fucking dream guy. And that bothers him a lot. It bothers him. You know, that women don't find him as attractive as they find Chad. Okay, and this is his jealousy coming out. This is his fucking insecurity coming out. He's trying to hide it in front of her with anger. Okay, because being nice didn't work, so now it's time to be an ass. You see what I mean? And don't forget, he knows that Chad is really fucking using her for fucking sex and to fuck her over. Okay, she doesn't know that, but he knows that. Because he's just as guilty. You know, the only difference is he was using her because he wanted a fucking, a sex partner, a girlfriend. Whereas Chad just wanted to fuck. You know? He tells her, he's like, Chad loathes you. He detests you and your pathetic retard voice. That's what he calls it, a retard voice. Now look at her. She's just like, she's not going to believe that about the man that she loves. You know? He's like, you really bought his bullshit? Now, I can understand that line there, okay? Because I know how guys fucking manipulate women, okay? I've done a little bit of it myself, all right? So I know how it works, all right? And it's so fucking obvious when I see it, okay? That I usually, if I happen to be around it, okay, if I'm like at the gym or something and I hear a guy flirting with a girl and I just look over and if she's like really into it, I'm like, oh my God, dude, she's really buying that shit. She's buying it. Hey, the best lines work. They work, okay? Sometimes they work. Most times they don't, but sometimes they work. And if it works, if they're getting a positive reaction out of her, then damn it, dude, I try to keep that one in mind. All right. But yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating when a guy, who's insecure but has good intentions, who doesn't want to fuck over a girl, he just wants to have a good, healthy relationship. Isn't that what we all want? And here's this guy who's clearly a liar and a manipulator, and he's the one that gets the girl, and not the good guy. You see what I mean? Unfortunately, that's kind of what happens in real life. That's what the guys don't even fuck with those girls. Wait till you're in your fucking 30s, okay? When you're established, when you got some money in the bank, okay? When you've built your body to look attractive, okay? When you've read some fucking books and you know a lot, you can carry a fucking conversation. Wait till then, okay? Because then you're gonna have your pick of women for the most part, okay? Don't do it in your early 20s and shit, okay? Because you're just gonna get frustrated by all the fucking alpha chads that are getting all the girls, that are fucking all the girls that you wish were fucking you. Okay, I'm sorry, but it's fucking true. And it's only getting worse every generation. Okay, establish yourself first. Okay, now unless of course you're born with like a model's fucking physique and features and shit or whatever, but that's what I recommend. All right, establish yourself first. Okay, play the long game. Okay, because once you get there, you're gonna fucking get a lot. You're gonna get a lot. All right, but you gotta suck it up and watch all the other guys get all the hot girls. Because let me tell you something, guys. Those girls do not get hotter the older they get. They don't. Okay? They don't. Don't tell anybody. Okay, so that's going on here. Okay, he's like, Chad is my friend. We hang out back home. No, they don't. Wake up! You're being used. It was a game to him. He only picked you because you were deaf. He didn't pick you for love. Not flowers or feelings. Not like I have for you inside. It was a fun sport for him to watch you fall apart. She's like, stop it. Chad would never do that. We did this thing, Christine, and I'm sorry. But I can't change it because it's true. No, Chad would never do that. Why are you trusting him? Look at me. What did I ever do to you? Kindness? Courtesy? Yeah, right. What's the matter with you? Can't you see that I'm the good guy here? I can't change what I did. And I'm a fuck and I'm a bastard. But you know what, Christine? I'm here. I'm here and I'm telling you. I love you. It's not a game for me. And he, here, I want you to have this ring. Here, take it. Just take it. And she like slaps it away. And he's like, so yeah. This goes on in the car. They're fucking slapping each other and shit. Yeah, this is the real Howard coming out. All of his frustrations, all that fucking built up tension that he has, all his resentments are just coming out and exploding on her, okay? He starts slapping her back. They struggle in the car. And finally he just puts his hand in her fucking jaw like this to make her, I guess, I don't know why, she doesn't really talk very much, she's deaf. He just like puts her on and now she's scared to do anything, okay? Well, obviously he just assaulted her, And once again, I do not condone any of the fucking actions that these men do in this movie. I do not condone it at all. I've never done this, okay? And I detest men that do this, all right? So just to let you know, I do not condone any of this shit, all right? She's basically screaming, get away from me. She tells him that, get away from me, And he holds her by the jaw. He holds her, like I showed you. He's like, how are you? He's like, you're fucking handicapped. You think you got the right to choose? You think men are just gonna fall over your feet? You're a fucking retard. You don't get to pick the kind of guys that go out with you. Whoa. Guys like that, man, I would just love to give some wall-to-wall counseling. He holds up a cell phone, a 1997 cell phone. It was one of those big chunky ones. He was like, you want to call Chad? You want to call him? Go ahead and call him. Ask him what we did. Motherfucker, she's deaf. She can't call him. Now she's crying, you know. He's like, fine. Go to him. Curl up into a little bundle on his lap. Why don't you? Suck on his sour tongue. Yeah, he said that in the scene. I hope you're very happy with him. And then he fucking turns the car back on and then he drives away, okay? Now, why did he do this? He did this because he liked the idea of having something over a girl, okay? He cannot read a woman's mind. None of us can, okay? But he liked the idea that deep down inside he's better than her, because he always feels like he's not better than the women that he wishes he could be with, okay? He automatically presents himself as, I'm less than you. Now, women are not attracted to guys that are less than them, okay? And they only pretend to be if they want something from this guy, okay? So he automatically, all his interactions with a woman is like, I am beneath you, okay? But in this case, because he's been hanging out with Chad, Chad has got him convinced that he is above her, okay? Because Chad looks at women like, I'm above them, okay? I'm better than they are. Okay, that's the way he looks at women. That's how he's so successful with women. He never puts women on a pedestal. He pretends to, but deep down inside, he knows he's not doing that. Okay, women don't want to go out with a guy that is beneath them. They want to go out with a guy that's above them. And how do you do that? You treat them like you're above them. Doesn't mean you're rude to them or anything. It just means that you plan the date. You take charge of the situation. Okay, you decide what to reveal and what not to reveal, and you play the long game, especially if you want a relationship with a girl. All right. But Howard doesn't know how to do that. He always sees himself as beneath whatever pretty woman is around him. But in this case, Chad has convinced him that he's above Christine. Therefore, because he finally feels like he's above a woman, that he has rights to her. That she doesn't have the right to fucking refuse him. She doesn't have the right because she'd be lucky to get him. You know, it doesn't make any logical sense that she should reject him. Okay? He's not handicapped. Okay? You're not going to get a guy like Chad in real life, is basically what he's telling her. Okay? Okay? You're lucky to get me. You don't have the right to reject me. You see what I mean? You're too fucking spoiled. Okay? The guy that you're in love with doesn't give a fuck about you. I do. Despite the fact that I'm doing this to you. You see what I mean? The hypocrisy is all around. This is what makes Howard a piece of shit. This is why I never liked Howard. And it's not because he's weak and insecure. Okay, although I don't like that in people anyway. But it's because he feels now that it's other people's fault that he's that way. Is that he has the right to do what he wants. All he has to do is find someone. No one's going to put him on a pedestal, so he lays them on a slab. Okay, you see what I mean? He's going to put other people down so that he can feel good about himself. Okay, and that's not a good thing to do. That's not a good thing to do. He's going to find people that he sees as damaged, like handicapped people, so that he can be above them. Okay, it's like that old saying, you know, in the kingdom of the blind, a one-eyed man is king. And that's kind of what Howard feels now because he's been hanging out with Chad. Now he's starting to think like, hey, you know what? I'm better than her. You know, she doesn't have the right to reject me. You know, and that's a fallacy. You know, that's a big fallacy. You see it all the time, especially in Hollywood. A lot of these actors, you know, like these actors, like when they first come out, okay, when you've never heard of them before, all of a sudden they get an award for something, and now they're very humble when they get, oh my God, thank you so much, you know. I can't believe I'm up here, you know. And then later on, you know, a few years later on, they're doing an interview and they're basically talking about how, like, you know what, the problem is Trump. You know, that's the reason everything's going wrong. Okay, you need to vote for Biden, or else you're a sexist and a homophobe. And you see what I mean? The ego just fucking went to their fucking head. They're no longer humble anymore. Now they feel they're entitled. Okay, and that's what happened to Howard because he dated a handicapped girl. Now he feels he's entitled to her. Okay, that's his problem, all right? And Chad's like that too, but in a different way. All right, I'm going to stop my review right here, but I'll be back shortly to continue my review of In the Company of Men. I thank you very much for watching this long, and I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.